No, I could actually discuss the Fortnite stuff that's going on with Halo Infinite. I think it's cool as hell, but not in today's video. But leave a comment down below if you have any questions about that, and I might answer them next week. So it's earlier today, I'm sat here, and I'm thinking, I have no idea what to make a video about. I'm struggling. Help me out, guys. I searched the web, no inspiration, nothing. I look at YouTube, see what everybody else is talking about. Just don't feel the need. So for some strange reason, I check my emails, which I never really do that often. There we have it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a video.
Ultimate Halo.
Ayo lads and lasses, Fletch here from Ultimate Halo. Welcome back to the channel. I'm currently on a great journey to reach 100,000 subscribers. It's very exciting. So for those of you who want to walk the blessed path on the great journey, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button for all future Halo uploads. And for those who don't, well,
Their slander offends all who walk the path.
so thank you very much to Jeremy who took the time out to send me an email and a comment to let me know this was a thing. For some reason, this flew well under my radar and I've not seen that many people talk about it, even when people were analysing the gameplay in the very early days of this gameplay trailer being released. There are a few times when Chief scans the area to identify what's around him to let him see what's exactly there. As we saw, it was a big highlight getting the fusion coils and throwing them against your enemies. But to the right of the fusion coils, we see something of a different shape. And this is what we believe is a terminal, which you should be able to access, much like the ones we see in many other Halo games. Now, Halo, just as a franchise in general, is known for hiding many things in its maps. And Halo 4 and 5 under 343 has been no exception, and they've carried on that tradition throughout the years. Now, you could argue that it's something and nothing, but the fact that it is outlined by the scanning thing, not Artemis because that's in Halo 5 and that's an Osiris thing, but the fact that it's outlined is a big deal if you ask me. And then from there, it's also glowing. You can see in previous terminals, let's say from Halo Combat Evolved, that they glowed, just so you knew as the player that that was something you could interact with. At this point, I'm convinced that this is the case, and I'm wondering what will these terminals be like? Will they be the only type of their kind, or will there be other types like there have been in previous Halo games? With Halo Infinite looking to be an open world game, or at least semi-open world, giving it character and the feeling that it's lived in is important to getting many players invested. As such, it would be nice to see Sequence, the studio behind the Halo CE, Halo 4 and the Halo The Fall of Reach, make a return to bring these worlds and these side stories to life. Obviously that is quite expensive and would only be done for so many of the terminals, but text and audio logs would be a welcomed and great addition. Now I will admit, back in the day I was never a huge fan of the Halo 3 terminals. I enjoyed finding them for the sake of exploration, but the text scroll and having no understanding of that type of lore as a kid did kind of put me off, I will admit. But for those of you who are the Halo hardcore lore fanatics, it will be a great way to learn more about the world and what's going to be happening, as well as the other factions that are outside of the main story. Now, there are some rumours going around that Halo Infinite may have some types of side stories. I've heard that a few times from just people speculating with it being a sort of open world game. But I think as well, it's important to flesh out the world. I don't think it's just about putting characters into it. I think it's letting you stumble across things. That's the really organic thing about Halo. And especially in games like Halo 3 ODST, that game just let you stumble upon things and that told its own story in itself. Then in previous Halo games, we've had terminals from the Covenant, Humanity and Foreigners, so I do think they should continue with this theme. For the Banished, it could help us identify their internal politics more and the stories of the individuals within the ranks. For Humans, it could be Marines stranded and trying to identify how they've been surviving, and a cool idea that I would have would be finding logs in the world giving you clues as to where they are, almost in a Halo 3 ODST type way, where it gives you subtle hints and you can go find them for some kind of reward or maybe make an achievement. So I think, let's say for example, you could pick up various clues and then you can stumble across a cave, maybe Noble 6 is there too, who knows, and you could find them and that is part of the reward. That sounds like a really fun way to explore the world, and that's great for Easter egg hunters as well and those who are just interested on that kind of thing on YouTube. Finally, you could have AI terminals for the Foreigners and something trying to fight off Cortana during this big crazy war that seems to be going on and their struggle. There are so many moving pieces to all of this, but I think it's just a great way and a great opportunity for Halo Infinite to make the most of this world it's trying to build, and I think it's probably one of the times they could say it's the best use case for terminals that there's ever been. There's so much possibility and there's so much more you could add going forward with it being a live service. It doesn't always have to be the same. You can add these things later down the line, I would hope at least. But what do you guys think? I'm personally stoked for the idea. I can't believe this fell under my radar for so long. I do just want to play the game because, you know, this content drought is absolutely killing every single one of us. But hang in there, guys. Maybe next week I'm going to discuss the release window for Halo Infinite, because I see some people think it's holiday 2021 and I think that's an absolute load of rubbish, but I'll explain why closer to the time. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. My name is Jack Fletcher and I will see you next time on the one and the only Ultimate Halo.
Subscribe now to Ultimate Halo for more unfriggin' believable Halo content.